you're new to me, I'm Jackie. I'm 32 weeks pregnant, so getting close. For those of you joining for our prenatal yoga, I want you to go grab a couple pillows if you feel like you might be needing them. We're all at different stages of our pregnancy, so we're able and not able to do certain things, and sometimes pillows make it just that much more comfortable. These days, circulation for me is definitely not so good, especially with our warm weather in Toronto. So let's get started. We only have 30 minutes, so let's get ourselves started. We're going to begin in child's pose today, and I myself am going to use those pillows and place them just underneath here in front of me. Legs are very wide. I just want you to crash over your lower half. Just get comfortable here. And again, for some of you, child's pose might still feel quite comfortable and you don't need the pillows. I see lots of you joining still. Take your time. We're going to hang out here just for a couple minutes. And just have your head in either direction, left or right. You're just jumping on and unaware. It's a prenatal class. Of course, anybody really could join. Okay, we're just starting in child's pose. I see some of you still logging on. Good to see you. Whenever you're ready, find us here. What's beautiful about child's pose is we get to open up and create space between the vertebrae. And we're being okay with squishing blood into our legs. Lots of you still joining. Good. So again, finding yourself in child's pose and focusing on breath. Just see if you can follow the inhales through the nose, down the length of the vertebra, right into your tailbone. And then follow the exhale all the way up and out. Lots of you still signing on. Hi. If you've been hanging out with me for a couple minutes, I want you to switch your head up. Have it going the opposite direction, so other cheek to your pillow or on the floor. I'm just using this as a gentle way to get into the neck. Really bring your focus to breath, long, deep breathing. Trying to use your nose for respiration. Just a few more breaths here. Just send your chin looking forward. If you're on pillows, I want you to remove them, send them off to the sides. And just for a moment, get your arms out in front. We're going to thread the left arm under right with your palm up. And just become heavy on that shoulder. Very quickly, my big belly hits the floor. It's okay, we're just really kind of adding weight into that shoulder, just like we're doing with our legs. We're trying to squish the blood there. When we come out of them, the burst of circulation is going to help us. Then we'll extend the left arm forward and thread the right arm under, palm faces up. Just become heavy on that shoulder joint. If at any point any of these positions are uncomfortable for you, just modify or find yourself in a position that is comfortable and you can meet us for the next pose. Then we'll extend that right arm forward. Looking to your hands, we're going to pop up into a table position. The knees are wide, bring them back. We're going to curl the toes under behind us and just take a very quick plank. So straighten those legs really tight and straight. Get into the backs of the knees and lift out of the floor. For me, a plank these days is challenging. We can feel circulation in those legs. Now drop the knees, release the toes, and just go sit back into a little kneeling position. Hands to thighs. Now begin to tuck your chin to your chest. And then begin to lift the chin, reach it up to the ceiling, send your lower jawbone away. And now chin tucks tight to the chest. Reach your chin up to the ceiling. Chin back to the chest. This time keep it there. Interlace the fingers behind the head and let the elbows come forward and down. Now begin to round out the back. Draw those elbows towards the floor. Tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. And then begin to lift the chest, open the elbows, and squeeze those elbows back, engaging those muscles. Again, let's round out, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, round out the back, elbows forward and down. And then begin to open it up, squeeze the shoulders back, and hold here. We're trying to build the upper back muscles. Soon we'll be breastfeeding often and need that strength there. Good, coming to neutral, release the hands to the floor. Plant your right hand and bring your left arm up and over. Nice big side stretch, opening up that left side body. Reach it up to the ceiling to center. Left hand on the floor, right arm comes up and over. Let's do it again. Bring it back to center, right hand on the floor, left arm up and over. Bring it up to the ceiling to center. Last time, left hand on the floor, right arm up and over. And bring it back to center. Now just lift up onto your knees. I want you to interlace your fingers at your low back. Lift your shoulders, roll them back and down. Try to straighten the arms and get them away. Now just tuck your chin to your chest and reach those arms back. Lift the chin, drop the arms, release the hands, bring the arms above your head. Now begin to hinge back and reach your arms forward, creating a Z shape. Pelvis is locked. And then inhale up. Begin to head back again, hinge back, pelvis locked. And up. Good, let's go one more time. Hinge back and hold here. Lift the pelvis, lift the chest. Feel heat created in your body. Good, bring it back up to the ceiling. Bring your hands to the floor, spread your fingers wide. Shift shoulders above the hips. Curl the toes under. Now just lift the knees a couple inches from the floor. Just a couple moments to build heat. Now keep your legs very bent and press your hips back to a downward dog with very bent legs. Try to keep your hips still and try to straighten the legs, heels to the floor. Now look forward to the front a lot. I want you to shift to a plank and tuck your chin very tight to your chest. Come so far forward you're on your tippy toes, rounding out the back. And then press your hips back to downward dog and look to the front of the mat as much as you can. One more time, shift forward, round out, tailbone tucks, upper back rounds. Head back to downward dog and look to the front. Now, right leg lifts. Try to step the foot towards the front of the mat and drop the knee to the floor. Release the toes. You can even come into it differently if better for you. Eventually sitting up, hands to right thigh. I want you to sink your hips down. Now push on the thigh and stack the shoulders above the hips. We want to feel a beautiful pull in this left hip and the low back engaged. Keep pushing into the thigh. Chest is tall. Beautiful, hands to floor, back toes curl, the knee lifts. Looking forward, push your feet, come up to standing. Hands to the thigh. Whew. Now you can keep pushing into the thigh or bring your arms up. Baby fingers wrap to the front. Now push off your back foot and reach up to the ceiling. Breathe. Bring your hands to the floor and drop the knee. Now swivel that leg around, facing the side of the room, and straighten that right leg off to the side. Now come back up to kneeling. Bring the back of the right hand to the right leg. The left arm's coming up and over for a side stretch. Maintain your pose. Reach it back up to the ceiling. Bring your left hand down on the floor beside you. Right arm comes up alongside of the ear. Reach up and out of your body. Bring it back to center. Drop that right knee down. And let's bring this left leg forward. Do that on the other side. I see some of you still joining. Hi. Sink. We're here for prenatal yoga, gang. I want you to sink your hips, push your thigh and stack tall. Feeling a nice pull on the right hip, low back engaged. Again, we're building muscles, really push into that leg. Beautiful, hands to floor, back toes curl, the knee lifts. Now push your feet, look forward, come all the way up. Sink, back leg tight. You can keep pushing into this left leg or arms up. Baby fingers wrap to the front. Push off the back foot, pick up your waist, reach up and out of your body. Low back strong. Beautiful, hands to floor, drop the knee. Now swivel around to face the front again, side of the mat, and straighten your left leg. Come up to kneeling. Back of the left hand to the left leg, right arm comes up and over for gate pose. Really reach. Take it up to the ceiling, back to center. Right hand on the floor, left arm comes up and over, reach. Really stretch out that side body. Swivel it back to center. Bring the left leg in. We're going to bring the hips around and come into a little seated position. Nice. Now we're going to start soles of the feet together, knees to the side. Just let your knees flop. And I want you to begin to hinge forward. Walk your hands forward and drop your head. This one feels quite squishy for where my belly meets my hips. And then we're going to walk it in and then shift the feet forward quite a distance. Let everything flop and now walk it forward. Try to let your head flop. Tiptoe the fingers as far out in front of you to now open up your underarms. Rolling on up. We're going to try to sit up pigeon from the floor. So I'm going to squeeze my right leg over to the right side of the mat, and the left leg is going to try to extend back. For some of you, you might want to keep that back leg bent. For some of you, you might place a pillow underneath that right hip and have a seat. Eventually, one day in life, we look to get this shin parallel to the front of the mat. Don't worry so much. Whenever you're ready, just bring it forward to a little forward fold. This is a lot for the ankle, the hip, and the knee, so be okay if you haven't gotten too far. Pigeon is a beautiful pose to hang out in. Not everybody loves it, but it does offer much. We get to chase the outer hip. This tends to be relieving for right side low back pain, being on the right side as we are now. It's an opening for your IT band, the muscles in your glute, the outer knee, and the outer ankle. I want you to squirm your ankle around and wiggle out your hip a bit. If you want to get deeper into this pose, go for it. Last couple breaths here. Very slowly, let's come back up to center. We're going to shift the weight into our hips. You can still stay on your belly if you want, or your pillow if you want. And then we're going to extend the right leg out. You can get off the pillow if you're on it, as you wish. Now begin to walk it forward. Don't worry about how far you go. I actually prefer this forward fold these days over the one with the legs out in front. That one I don't seem to be able to get into anymore. My body's like, ugh. Used to be my favorite, now it's not. If you can, I want you to flex the feet and really press out of the heels. We're trying to get into the fascia at the bottom of the feet, into our Achilles tendon, the calf muscle, the muscles that run through and the ligaments behind the knee, and then into our groin through the hamstrings. Again, a good one to hang out in. Not many people love it, but I think as pregnant women, we don't really care about how far we go, but we do like the relief these poses offer. Now because we are getting into this one more time, let's set up left side pigeon. So up we come. We're going to be looking to the left side of the mat, bending that left leg. I'm going to swivel to try to get that back leg straight. I'm going to stay on my pillow. I'm really liking the pillow these days. Again, some of you might keep that leg bent. That's okay. Eventually, once you set up your lower half, try to walk it forward. Keep thinking right hip forward and down. As we nestle into the pose, we can feel things. The longer we hang out, the more things tend to relax and let go. We just need to put the time in. Great pose every once in a while to do some squirming. Wiggle out the hip, move the ankle around, adjust if you need to. Really breathing into the whole thing. I've kept my windows open because it's beautiful and hot out here, so I hope you guys can hear me okay, not so much the traffic on my street. I hope we're okay. I seem to not even hear it anymore. We're just taking a few more breaths here. Now we'll take it very slowly back up into our seated position. And again, we're going to squirm off to the side. We'll keep the right leg straight and straighten the left leg. We're taking this one more time. Try to go as wide as you can. Don't worry about how far you go. And then just walk it forward. Not here long, but we can feel the relief of the left leg, everything flowing. Just as we did on the right on the last side. It's funny, I always feel great after these prenatal classes. I hope you are too. Even though it's 30 minutes, it seems to be just enough. Always feel free to send me a little message. Let me know you were here. If there's anything else you'd like to get up to. My personal Instagram is I am Jackie Wells. So you're welcome to send me a message. All right, chicas, let's come on up. I'm going to shift the weight into the hips and just slowly bring these legs together. Place your feet flat on the floor. And I'm going to get off my pillow now, swivel off to the side, and let's come on to our back. So one thing we need to really do is keep our body open and our center strong. Keeping our center strong is going to help relieve or eliminate the ability of acquiring low back pain or back pain in general. So we're going to finish up with some back bending. I want you to place your feet flat to the floor, hip distance apart and running parallel to themselves. Let's get fingertips reaching towards the feet. Now slowly begin to tuck the tailbone, lift it off the floor. Push the back of the floor to lift your hips as high as you can. Quick hold, glutes engaged. Now try to drop one vertebra at a time all the way down to the floor. Make the tailbone the last thing to drop at the bottom and relax. Little pelvic tip. Tweak, lift the hips. One vertebra at a time lifts, opening up the front, glutes tight, hold. Now one vertebra at a time lowers. Keep that pelvis off the floor, tailbone off the floor till it's the last thing to drop and relax. 2 more of those. Lifting, tailbone lifts. Press, lift the hips, quick hold. a time with control. We head back to the floor. Relax. Last time. Peel. Lift. Hold. Opening up the front, engaging all the muscles, the back, the glutes, building, strengthening. Then slowly, slowly, slowly dropping the pelvis back to the mat. Relax. Now we're going to finish off with my favorite twist. Right leg crosses over left. If you can bring the legs in your chest, go for it. Let's roll to the right. Now the upper body twists and opens to the left. So during our pregnancy in yoga class, we don't want to do certain twists. And because this one is an opening, it's okay for our body to get into. If we had headed the opposite way with these legs crossed as such, it would not feel as good. I feel a nice pull on my left hip. It heads into my back, into my mid-back. Feel a nice pull across the whole belly, into my shoulder and into the bicep. If we send the nose further left, we can feel things a bit more. We'll take it very slowly back to center. Just do a switcheroo with the legs left over right, rolling to the left when you're ready, and the upper body twist and opening to the right. We want to send the nose. Again, just open as much as you're comfortable. If extending the arm is too much, don't worry about it. You can keep it tucked into your body or extending. Again, I really feel a pull across the front, in my hip, the opening of the chest muscle, shoulder muscle. So last couple breaths here to finish up our practice today. Then we'll take it very slowly back to center. I'm trying to cross your legs, just hug them into your body. A couple options for you. You can drop the feet to the floor and then drop the knees off to the sides. Or you can roll off to one side, just bringing the arm above your head into a little fetal position of our own. If you want to take Shavasana, go for it. I'm going to send all of you off into your day here. I thank you, ladies, for your practice with me this afternoon and wishing you a loving and nourishing day ahead. Making sure that we are good to ourselves and that we are good to those around us. Remembering it is always worth all the effort that this might take. Namaste.